Hey, yo, Red,
What's up, man?
you remember the record?
What record you talking about, man?
I'm talking about Hit 'Em High by the Hip-Hop Monstars.
Oh man, what a record!
You remember that
man.
record?
That record's amazing.
Bruh.
That record's amazing.
Yo, friends, what's up, Cornerstoners? My name is Johnny Borbucks, and I am here with my man Kalishnikov Red, and welcome to our 16th installment.
Sorry, man.
Of Remember the Record.
We're getting up there in the numbers,
16th, man. Sweet 16. Hey, speaking of, all right, today we are talking about the hit classic, Hit 'Em High, which first was released as a single back on January 7th, 1997. 97, bro. And I tell you what, this soundtrack encompasses that era. But before we talk about any of that, let me quickly ask you, Red, what have you been listening to recently?
What have I been listening to recently? There's a couple things that come to mind, but most recently, because we just covered, and I know you probably did the same, Davey Fresh, man.
Shit, I listen to a lot of Davey Fresh.
Davey Fresh on point.
Richmond Highway.
Man, that's real.
New music coming out soon.
Yes, sir. And that, and I've been listening to some SPM going on right now from straight up jail, but it's good stuff.
Yeah, I like that one.
And Juan Gotti, the Dope House Records, all that stuff. You listen to that, and some a lot of Texas stuff.
A lot of Texas stuff. Rap a lot, All Stars, all that. Bring it on.
Number Trouble, Face Mom, Gangsta Nip, all of that.
Man, I've been busy, man, so I haven't really had a chance to really knock out a bunch of records this month. Yeah, man. Yeah, for a show like this, you'd think I'd be just tapped in. Nah, man, a lot of Davey Fresh, right? I've been listening to a lot of posse cuts. So just a lot of different MCs, man. There was this record that Juice WRLD did with is it Corday? Oh fuck, that's terrible. Corday? I don't know. But he's got a song called Doomsday, and it was they did it over a version of this Eminem Role Model record, this old school Eminem record, and Eminem just put out a video and a song, Doomsday Part 2. I know this is your boy, and I tell you what, man, he starts going at Benzino. It's a pretty wild record.
I'd be
it's a controversial record.
Both of them are my boys.
Yeah, both of them your boys?
I fucks with them hard. I got all their CDs.
You got all their CDs? You got Eminem poster on the wall right next to Napoleon.
Right next to Napoleon. They're both my Lord and Savior.
On Easter Sunday, I'm both our Lord and Savior, my land. It's terrible, yo.
Benzino and Eminem, boy, I can't, man, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart so mumuch.
No, man, you crazy.
My two favorite MCs.
No, man, going at it. When will the beef stop, man? When will it end? Since 99. That's hilarious, man. Look. We're getting ready to go into the stats here real quick, but I want to tell you this. At the time of this recording, St. Patrick's Day. The time of this recording, it's also the beginning of March Madness, right? And the reason why we chose this record was we've been doing a lot of different types of records. We want to do something that's a little more fun. It's been a while since we've done something that's fun.
On the nose would be House of Pain. On the nose. But
which we did last year.
That's what
St. Patrick's Day.
That's what I'm saying. So we wanted to
March Madness?
Yeah, that's the next thing that, everybody knows this month's for, man.
Curtis Blow, we playing basketball?
Yeah. I'll get once we get into it.
Yeah, we'll dive into it. But we'll go ahead and first talk about some of the stats here, okay? First off, this record, the Monstars, that's a compilation of just a bunch of MCs, man. Be Real from Cypress Hill, Busta Rhymes, Coolio, LL Cool J, and Method Man from the Wu-Tang Clan. So, this is an all-star Monstar lineup, and each artist represents one of the Monstar players.
Hold up, 97, so that means we were 10th grade, 11th
Yeah,
grade?
man, I was just getting in. This is right around the time I was getting green with hip hop, and so when this came out, man, this video, I was enamored by it. We'll get to that part of it.
It's just crazy, because man.
Yeah. It's this entire soundtrack is an era.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was recorded back in October of 1996. The single itself released January 7th, 1997, which was after the first album appearance, which was the Space Jam movie soundtrack, which that came out October 29th, 1996.
And we're talking about the original because there's two.
Yeah, there's that new one that was that Lebron James.
Yeah. OG style.
Yeah, no, this is the one with Michael Jordan, man. The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Yo, I mean, it's a fun movie. I just watched it again with my daughter, trying to refresh my mind on the movie too. And it's got it's our.
What's her name?
It's our high school.
Babs Bunny.
Oh no! What was it? Lola Bunny.
Lola Bunny.
No, Babs is from Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
Yo, I've rocked the bunny. Yo, Lola, man. Sometimes there's like animal cartoons. Yo, it's weird.
Yep, like that one.
But Lola, dude, she got my heart.
And the other redhead one, it was like super sexy.
You talking about like Jessica Rabbit?
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, look at this guy.
Boy, man, a real person don't even matter, man. I'll take cartoon version. That chick from Cool World.
Yeah, man.
Sign me up, man. Little Mermaid. Pocahontas.
And then there's fucking what's that?
Jasmine from Aladdin.
No, Bella from
Bella?
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah,
man. She reads, man.
She was a bookworm.
She reads. No, but like Prince the Cat, I don't know if you've seen those. Man, those girls are pornography.
Come on. All that like Japanese like manga stuff, like
heavy metal.
Yeah, man. Full Metal Alchemist and all them things, man. Yo, the Ghost in the Shell and all that, man.
Yeah, Akira.
All
right, we're going.
Yo, tangents for days, boy. All right, let's go back into the stats. The record was recorded at Encore Studios. That's in Burbank, California, as well as the Hit Factory in New York City, New York. It was released on Warner. This is an interesting thing.
The Hit Factory.
Well, the Hit Factory is what it is. Like if you go back and look at that roster, like there's everybody from 80s to 90s hip hop. A lot of rock and roll stars. A lot of pop stars. Yeah, Hit Factory got its name for a reason. But look, they were released on Warner Sunset. This is which was established in 1996. And they were in existence till 2010. They were literally made to release soundtracks for Warner Brothers films, right?
Makes sense.
But they were eventually replaced by Water Tower Music, which was formerly known as New Line Records. I remember New Line, like New Line Cinema and all that.
Yeah.
Until replacing Warner Sunset in 2010. It was also put out by Atlantic Records, established New York City, 1947.
You hear it say New York City, 1947.
Producers, track masters, man. This is Poke and Tone, which we previously shouted out on this show for their work on Hey Lover. All right, so it's the same kind of legends. They were legendary for that whole Jiggy era, boom bap meets 80s commercially polished records. So think like Nas, Jay-Z, Foxy Brown, LL Cool J, all that.
Well, it's that era.
Yeah, it was that era, dog. And then of course it was written by all the aforementioned artists, Be Real, Coolio, Method Man, LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes, and the track masters, Poke and Tone. Song is 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
It's worth the listen. It's worth the listen.
It's honestly, it's a breezy 4 minutes and 17 seconds, dude. It goes. The sample is the bass line of the song. It's slowed down and chopped up. It's this 1970s pioneering electronics pop record, EVA, by Jean-Jacques Perry. The famous hip-hop sample used by acts such as like Gangstar, A Tribe Called Quest, Lord Finesse, Artifacts, Dr. Octagon, even Pusha T. Like a lot of heads have used this sample. This one is particularly different because of the way it's like kind of slowed down and chopped up. If you hear the original sample, it's you'll immediately you'll know what it is. Right. You'll be like, oh, that record, you know. Let's see here. The song, surprisingly, did not break Billboard Top 100s.
Really?
This song did not. It was number 8 in the UK. Now that soundtrack, however, it knocked it out of the park. As did all the other singles. This album is certified 6 times platinum. Think about that.
Okay.
6 times platinum.
That makes sense because every song there was.
I mean, like half of the album is a single. Like from that fall to that summer.
One of the most famous songs, I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah, I Believe I Can Fly, R. Kelly.
One of the most famous songs. Seriously.
Seal. Seal, and that record, which was originally done by oh my God. So what was that? Fly Like an Eagle. That's terrible. That name is escaping my head right now.
Damn, just go on.
Yeah. It'll come to us. Something Miller, Steve Miller Band, maybe?
Yeah, Steve Miller, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Steve Miller Band. I mean, that record is still dope by itself, but Seal did his thing on it. Now, as far as charts, number 2, Billboard Top 200. Number 5 for top R&B hip-hop albums, hit them high. Right, the rest of it is like through the charts. Man.
Right.
Charts.
Yeah.
I will also say that like if you go and like watch the music video, if you go look up the Space Jam soundtrack on YouTube, if you look at the views, it's like a couple thousand. Even for R. Kelly and Monica and them, like it's a couple thousand. It's like massive. It's like 7-10 times that number for Hit 'Em High.
Yeah.
So people listen to it. Like it's got more streams for sure.
It's very more. It's like I mean, not to downplay their other songs, but Hit 'Em High on this is the most like energetic, more powerful, like. It's
something you listen to when you're working out. It's something that you listen to.
I gotta put it in my gym thing, but it sucks because it doesn't.
Yeah. So traditionally, I do a Spotify playlist, and this time because we're talking this posse cut and a series of other posse cuts and cuts from like movies, it's not on the streaming services. Like you got to find this stuff through YouTube for the most part, but. You know, I mean, let's talk about it, right? Like on this, there's one side note I do want to throw in there is that there was this extended cut of the song, using that "Going the Distance" sample that was made famous from the Rocky movies, probably most recognized by Puff Daddy's "Victory." You know,
but to me, the best one is 3 6 Mafia. Man.
That is hot too, man. No, man, Victory.
Alvin wanna war with us.
Yeah. That's a great song. I remember that record. That record is dope. Yeah, man, that was like 10 the club up thugs. Yeah, boy. Everybody loving the summer, but like Mystic Style. We were just talking about it before the show. Actually, that's crazy. But what's interesting about the extended cut though is that if you get down to Busta Rhymes' verse, there's like a whole other 8 bars that Busta Rhymes does.
It's like
that's not on the original record, and it's still all of like the basketball references and all of that. But also the way Trackmasters did that "Going the Distance" sample, like with the hi-hat and all that, like so it doesn't rhythmically line up.
They slowed it down.
Yeah, tremendously.
And then it's like so
and meanwhile you got Busta Rhymes like, "Give me the block, it's my block."
But like,
so when you're hearing the hit, he's not lining up with it.
No, but like You Real.
It sounded great.
Yeah,
like he was right on point with it, and I think Method Man's came through and but like it does. It sounds like after a certain fashion, the record just kind of stopped.
Well, I feel because I might be wrong. I'm not a Trackmasters person, but as a producer, I can see maybe they had made the original beat. It had somebody come on and another person come on, and they're like, "All right, cool." But then the other heads were like, "Let's get on." Now you have to loop the beat. And you can hear it in the actual beat where the loop
hits.
Yeah, and then it's like a brand new, like a new 4/8 loops. So that's where you hear the difference. And I feel like it's apparent. You can hear it. I mean, at least from producer's ear. But I think that's what you were more referring to.
Yeah. Well, and also it is the remix, right? So they recorded it to a different beat, right? They recorded it to the original beat. And then this one just kind of comes in a little.
Look at my dog.
In my opinion, it's a little sloppy. You know?
Yeah, no, it is. It's there's 2 ways of going about it,
and it's hard to find. Like you have, like even on YouTube, I had to dig to locate it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's 2 ways of
going. But it's worth
about
listening to because it's interesting. Because Busta's got like just a whole, like he's like stealing the show. It's like his song featuring these other cats because like it's like a full 16. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, there's 2 ways of going about it.
There's 2 ways of going about it.
Like you have where you record to the actual new beat. Sorry about that, guys, but my dog, you know. So you either record to the new beat or you would take the vocals and just put them on. Which I don't know which one was done.
This doesn't sound like they re-recorded it. Because everybody else's verses sound the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that Busta had a verse.
Right.
And they chopped it. For time.
That makes sense.
Because it's a music video, and back then, I mean, for hip hop records, they didn't necessarily have like you know, 5, 6, 7 minute records. Like
no,
that,
no, not at all. At that time, no.
You know, and it's a posse cut, so everybody's got to get their share. And like, you know, I mean, when you listen to it, like even Be Real, like he's got like a couple of bars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Coolio's got a couple of bars.
All right, well, let's talk about the bars real quick.
You want to go right into bars?
Well, no, I'm not necessarily into that part exactly yet, but how we had stated that, like, yeah, they weren't like coming at it with like their lyrical steeds.
Yeah, so I mean, look, I mean, think about what they're referencing. They're referencing this cartoon, right? And they're referencing these larger than life monster characters, right? And so they are animated, and I think we were just talking about like why was it these cats, right?
Yeah, see, that's the thing that I wanted to bring up here, because it's like we have a bunch of different of the 90s. There was posse cuts like Self-Destruction.
Shout out to Self-Destruction.
We're all in the same gang.
Yeah, like, those are more like, you know, social driven,
right?
conscious.
Even like,
or like the posse cuts, like Buddy from like the
right
Native
Scenario. Now, all these things made sense to me because you had like, okay, Scenario, you got all these heads, but then you have like when it comes to this song, it's like these MCs really have no
correlation.
Connection.
Maybe I mean, you can, if you do like the degrees thing. Like LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes have worked together. LL Cool J and Wu-Tang have worked together, right? Be Real has done stuff with them too. Coolio might be the one like outlying factor. There.
Well,
Coolio and Be Real.
Well, not that they did.
He showed up in Fantastic Boys, right?
He showed up in
the video.
Right. So I mean,
West Coast Unite.
Yeah, I'm guessing they were cool like that. But like, but in essence, it's like I don't know. It's kind of just the random MCs put into one place. They sound amazing together.
They could have been a super group, like a lot of tracks together.
Right, but that was it. It was a one-time thing, and then it was gone. And I was like,
I wish.
It was my heart. because
right in this record they're playing around.
Yeah, and it's like
they're rapping about the cartoon, they're rapping about basketball.
But they come so hard.
It's a real hardcore record. The beat is hardcore. The hook is just like gets you amped up.
Now, so you know me, I love Be Real. He's one of my top MCs. But in this song in particular, I gotta give it to Coolio, man.
See, and the thing, and this is exactly what we were talking about. And so, like, when you look at the lyrics, Coolio doesn't necessarily come with anything hyper complex. It's his style.
It's his style, man.
And when you encompass that with the video,
and the flow.
His flow is super sick.
Yeah.
I mean, when we could go into the lyrics because, like, look, I mean, I want to talk about the lyrics because each cat brings something to the table.
Going straight to the whole.
Yeah, and it's Be Real, right? Like you ain't got no game, whatever, coming through like a train, like everything is just like that Be Real personality, right? You get out the lane, I'm coming through, and if you don't want to move, I'm coming right through.
Like a runaway train, yeah, man. No.
Yeah. But like Coolio though, he's just like he's hyper mellow.
Step by step,
I'm closing in on your position, and destruction is my mission. So, but that now your whole crew is dust.
Yeah, that last.
That's my favorite part of like the whole record. And it's not a complex bar. It's the way he does it.
It's the way he does it.
If I wrote that and spit that, it doesn't sound good.
It's the way he comes with it, with
coming
the voice,
just the flow is so buttery.
And like you don't hear Coolio rap like this and all
that kind of mellow,
that bouncy
like the bouncy melody. That's Tell me who wanna take over the ghetto witch doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like
neighborhood super.
Well, I guess like money after power and the money.
I think on what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Like he has that kind of ain't nobody like a West Coast money, like a West Coast money don't stop. Like
that was such a great song.
I love that record. He was trying to like recapture Fantastic Voyage in a bottle. He even says it too. He was like slide, but that's the past. I got something brand new for that. Man, I love Coolio, dude. If it wasn't for Coolio, I wouldn't be sitting here talking.
I mean, look,
straight
Coolio
up.
Didn't have that much of an impact on me.
Massive impact on me.
But Gangsta's Paradise, as a gangster back in the day, that was my anthem, and like
that's the song that got me into it.
But see, what really got me into Coolio was Fantastic Boy.
And I heard that later, and it's such a great song. And it's songs like Fantastic Boys that got me into that R&B shit, like that old soul shit.
What about
you know what I mean?
The
even been
hot.
It's too hot. He's talking about like safe sex and shit. But that record that he's doing, oh no, it's too hot, too hot.
Yeah.
That's a great song.
Yeah, that's original. Yeah, that's yeah.
And this is back in the day where like branding was like super hard. Like when Snoop does a record, he's like Snoop Dogg. So like in that song Too Hot, Coolio, you hear them go, listen to Coolio. The message comes from Coolio. Like, come on, it's funny as shit.
Is that better than Chubb Rock? Hey.
I mean, dude, all of that stuff is still like the Chubb stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's better. No, it's just evolved, right? It's the evolution of that kind of thing.
Just got hey ho. You got
even like Busta towards the later. It's like Busta, what it is right now.
Throw your hands in the air.
Yeah.
You just don't care.
Hip-Hop's
always been sprinkled with these
anthem records. To like you're branding.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I don't know. I find it funny, like I said, to have these heads because it's like they all were like my favorite at that time. Busta's like the only one, and I know it's blasphemy in this.
Whatever. I mean, particularly in this era.
This was
the very best of Busta Rhymes.
In this era scenario.
Yeah. Even what was it, The Coming or whatever? The Coming, Second Coming.
Oh, the second.
The album.
Yeah. That was. I haven't.
That's the one that has Like It Raw. Like.
I didn't have the album. I just was more into the singles. But at that time,
I'll make sure everything we make is.
See, it's just a little too much.
He's a cartoon character.
See, this is the other thing we were talking about. Like I'm not a fan of cartoonish rap per se. If that's even a thing? But like Missy Elliott.
No, every class needs a clown.
Yeah,
every class needs a clown. And so you got Bismarcky, right? You got Old Dirty Bastard. You have these cats that birth characters like Eminem.
He's a grimy ass clown.
Well, right. I mean, ODB.
Yeah.
He's an old dirty bastard.
And then Bismarcky's picking his nose.
Pick your boogers. Rapping about picking boogers.
But the album.
Del the Funky Homo Sapien was that whole song was like, wash your ass.
Mr. Bob. No.
Yeah, Bob.
Bob.
Oh, no, you got me fucking down.
Bob.
We're mixing them together. Bob Dabalina.
Yeah, Bob.
Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina. Yeah, come on, that shit is silly, dude.
You had and then you had like the De La Soul.
That were very silly.
Yeah,
Me, Myself, and I.
Redman.
Redman for sure is a part of that camp.
See, I mean, look.
And it's different like levels of lyricism and
would you even say
variations? Black Sheep for sure.
Yeah.
That whole first track on their album, they're rapping about being a gangster, and he wakes up and he had a dream where he was hard. Come on, dude, this is hilarious. And then like the disco.
Yeah, man.
I gotta go. Yo, but Busta was a big persona of that. Like you see him with like the crazy outfits and like the weird fish.
That's where it got a little too much.
You know, that's what you're saying. But this rah shit is what made him famous. Rah like a dungeon dragon. Like that whole thing set him off. And once that happened, like he ran with that. You know what I mean?
And everybody.
Eminem was like being compared to AZ until he went Slim Shady. It's like those characters got leaned in. Fat Boys, like they weren't necessarily trying to sell you that until it became.
No, you had
sell your type.
I mean, you had. I mean, you're right. It's just. I don't know. I was more into like
street stuff.
Nas, Wu.
Yeah, Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, and all them.
Big Daddy,
I get it. And I love that shit too. It's just that because for me the music has always been entertainment. And when I came in like really diving deep into acts like Bone Thugs and Harmony. These are cats that are like singing and creating different voices and characters and stuff. 3 6 Mafia was really into that horrorcore shit, and so like Necro is that's a character that I'm working on. That's a persona anyway. But like with this particular record, it's their characters personified.
Yes, yeah.
You know, like look at Method Man, who even comes off a little subdued when he's just like insane like a runaway train. I bet the lane like it's only 3 seconds to score to win the game.
I mean,
he's like I'm untamed. Yeah. You don't like it when I change. Plus I got my not to mention like one of the only rappers that ever used the word megalomaniacal in a rap.
Yeah, that's a hard word to rap with.
He's like, and you were talk strange. There you go, the maniacal. Like, what the fuck did you just say? I gotta Google that.
No, I remember this particular. We were, I don't know what grade it was, but they actually played "Hit 'Em High"
in like one of the pep rallies.
No, in like a dance.
One of our school. Like,
and I remember when they had that, I just got on. I was like,
yeah.
I was like jumping around all hard. I was like, going straight to all that, like that energy and everything. I was like, my voice was hoarse by the time that song was finished, man.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I had memorized Method Man's. Busta was the only one I hadn't memorized, but I was like halfway there. You know what I mean? And like. But nah, that song, and not to mention, look, I'm gonna put it out here, full disclosure. I'm a big like cartoon, like 80s.
That's the other part that always kind of boggles me.
Like,
but you like stuff like Funk Dubious, Superhose.
Yeah. But I'm just saying but
you keep them separate.
Well, no, I'm just saying like as an artist, I wanted to be a comic book artist or a cartoonist when I was a little kid, right? So what I would do is I would watch like cartoons, specifically Bugs Bunny and all that.
Yeah, man, I love that shit.
And put it on pause on the TV screen.
Oh, so you could like trace it? I'm saying like from it, like
look at it and just draw it. And that's how I learned how to draw like Merry Melodies and all those hits, like the Bugs Bunny universe, right?
That's wild.
But the thing was,
I did that with like Sonic the Hedgehog.
So when this song came out, it was like my childhood meets my teenage years.
Yeah.
And it was like such a beautiful thing. I even watched the movie. The movie was amazing.
I just watched it recently with my daughter, and it tracks, man.
I haven't seen the new one.
The new one is dope. I like the new one. I mean, a lot of people are gonna compare out versus in, and so you're looking at it, and it's like, it's not the first one,
right? Obviously,
and it isn't.
But then you get the whole. Well, we grew up with Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson. And now it's like you have these new generations.
Michael B. Jordan.
And Michael B. Jordan, even the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight now. And new kids are like, Jake Paul's going to win.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is where there's like separation there. I'm like, nah, man. The first,
we're just getting old.
The first Space Jam, the first that was.
I mean, for me, the first Space Jam can't be touched. I mean, it's true. What about LL Cool J first, though?
Okay. So LL Cool J, because he is who he is, but when he comes into the thing, as in the video, it's like the lights turn on.
Yep, they give him a nice intro.
Perfect God comes in, right?
Right.
And the one thing in the video,
because he was always rapping about like being a god on mountaintops.
Hold on. The one thing in the video, where he's like. And I'm like, why? And it's like a silhouette, so you don't even they didn't even like show his lips.
Dog. I mean, look, it's just persona.
Strikes and like man. Like
he said, lightning strikes and the court lights get dim. The supreme competition is about to begin above the rim.
And then he like has like the ball in his head, man. Like
the way he's spinning it and shit.
LL Cool J. See, this is why I'm just like. Whoever chose this group chose correctly, even though they're so random. Like everybody in the song came on point. It wasn't. Now there's many times where I'd be like even Funk Dubious, right? Where like Be Real and like Funk Doobie and Tomahawk. I'm like, well, I like Tomahawk's verse better than Be Real's. In this one, all of them are equally unique and dope.
They're enjoyable every verse, and I think we'll definitely in the games like try to break and compartmentalize that, break that down. If we were talking about, and this was really hard for me, I went to try to highlight some lyrics, like what I thought were highlighted lyrics, and it's just like you said, like I really wanted to be like all of Julio's verse because but what lyric is tight?
Yeah,
it's not necessarily. It's again about the personality of it, right? But as far as like technical stuff, LL brought it home.
Oh, of course,
on two counts.
He always does.
So he's got this one where he says, "I'm rugged raw, my Monstars is getting money. When clicks get to bugging, I'm snatching up their bunnies."
I get it. Yep.
Little Bugs Bunny play. When the clicks get to bugging, I'm snatching up their bunnies. I thought that was dope. And also, and back then I didn't really understand it, but now that I have like more of an understanding of the world behind us, ahead of us, whatever, he says if the refs get political, dribble like Bob Dole, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's that metaphor mean?
Right. But now
like you're dribbling like Bob Dole, like on a political level? Like, what does that mean, right? But like, first off, if refs get political, this is a thing that happens. This is a terminology in basketball, right? Like they get political, they're like choosing sides, right? And so like if your ref gets political and is like choosing the wrong side, I'm gonna dribble like Bob Dole, because Bob Dole at the time was like the oldest acting cat trying to become president, right? And so like it would be like dribbling like Biden. Like today it would be like
a certain president.
You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be like dribble like Biden, because like he's old.
It's Cadaver Joe.
That's what I didn't say. Hey, listen, internet. Listen, we'll just make a reference. A point of reference. That's all I'm saying is that Biden is an older cat, right? And so like he'd be dribbling. He'd be dribbling, but like, or dribbling, you know, because you get political. No, come on,
no, but listen.
Listen. I mean, lyrically, I thought those were kind of those were the ones.
But even like lightning strikes. I mean, just the imagery,
man. And then you hear like the sound effects.
But then you also see that imagery would be going straight to the hole, like with all the speed and fuck everybody.
All of those references, man. 3 points,
inch by inch and step by step.
Eight is not enough. Your whole squad bedded up. Eight people on a basketball team. Yeah.
So okay, what you saying? That this is the best basketball rap song?
I think so. Look, I mean, a lot of people Curtis Blow came out with We're Playing Basketball. That's like it's a pep rally song. Yeah. And it's one of the first ones. It's a big deal. But then you have outside of that, really it's more or less connections. So like what we got make them say, we're like No Limit is playing basketball on the court and whatever.
The guy from Florida.
Which one?
It was like really grimy. We got Fruity Juice.
No. Flow Rider, one of them.
It's like old school. No, he had like the whole like video in the basketball.
What one was that?
It's like Florida. He's like Florida. He had like the chains. He like made it famous for like a year or two because of that song.
Dude, I can't remember.
Man, get out of here.
I don't remember the rapper.
It's the Florida guy who got in trouble for taxes. Shit. No, there's so many of them. I don't even know. No, but
but then you have actual basketball players.
Shaq. Now
Shaq's a big one.
Shaq is.
And also tied into this movie, you got What Up Doc, right? What's Up Doc? Yeah. With the Fushnikins, right?
But then
Can We Rock?
But then you also have the movies like Poetic Justice.
Above the Rim.
Above the Rim and White Man Can't
Jump. He got game. You got game. Chuck D and them.
Yeah, you got game.
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy. So you do have a lot of. There's
a lot more than we are leading on to.
Yeah. But no, I have to say that comparison would be Curtis Blow. I mean, this obviously.
That's the biggest basketball record in hip hop.
Yeah.
And I would say that for us, this would be the biggest basketball record.
Yeah, that's true.
But as far as basketball's tied into things, I mean, look, you got Shaquille doing a record for Man of Steel. He's got Be Real on that record. He's got Ice Cube on that record. Yeah. And what's Ice Cube famous for right now?
Oh, yeah, right now.
Right?
The
the four...
3 or 4 or something like
whatever that is.
He's got
his own league.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, basketball is tied in, man. You see all of those clips of people like Drake at the
You want to know what's ironic with the tie-in, now that you say it? Is, okay, so, I had an opportunity to chill with Cypress after the show, and guess what? We went to the hotel room, and guess what they were watching? And guess what month it was?
No, which one?
March Madness. They were watching basketball, and I was watching basketball with Be Real. Thinking about this song.
That's really funny. Did you bring it up to him?
No, I didn't wait because he was so stuck in the game. And
while he's watching the game, I wouldn't have been able to help it. I would have been going straight to the hole. All right, man. All right. He's going straight to the hole.
What happened was
I'm such a head.
Me and Sendog and Supuff were on at the side blazing. And B was steady watching the game. He was full concentration.
Yeah. That's where his head was at.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yo, that's really funny, dude. That's really funny. And then as far as
I'm like, what am I doing watching basketball? Like Cypress Hill, like after I like smoke like a joint, I was like, yo man, what's going on here? Like,
and then Busta Rhymes comes in with like stuff like all of his references, everything's a reference, everything. He's like full court press, coming fast break, just like the Pony Express, just all of that stuff. Give me the rock. Everything is a fucking reference. With nothing left for you to see except the instant replay clip.
Okay, so I will say this though. I feel like all of them came with mad energy, but Busta came with like the extra.
Yeah, that's why they had him go last.
Yeah, like
speaking of, if we're gonna do another basketball tie, because I think we talked about this too, is that you were saying that like Busta Rhymes kind of reminds you a little bit on this like Mystical from back in the day.
Yeah.
And if you look at make him say, they made Mystical go last too for a reason, because he just was that energy.
You're right. Make us had the basketball jerseys,
and he's like hanging up on top of like the rim and stuff. He's like, I'm that skinny.
Both of them were crazy.
Be there, basketball, be there.
But wait, this song came out before.
Oh, way before.
So
way before.
Who's a fighter?
Oh my god. Nah. Just like Busta, like Mystical did not always have that. Whoa, shit! What the fuck? God damn it! Like he didn't have that. He would rap like a normal human being in between that stuff. Yeah. But it was so like
annoying.
You heard it from there, man. You heard it. But like it was just like it was very gravitated to it. People loved it, and so he leaned into that. The whole damn South, New Orleans.
I know.
New Orleans and shit. In the No Limit, come on. Like, I don't think that record label would have carried the way it did without Mystical on it.
No.
He didn't carry, solo albums, but every single feature he had?
Okay, feature, yes. But Master P was the one who carried.
No, Master P did it. Yes, no doubt. Him and his brothers. But, I'm just saying, on records. As far as, a lot of those records.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot of those records. A lot of those posse cuts, he stood out.
That's true. And, I'm thinking about, the other ones, Birdman.
Cash Money and them.
They had their posse cuts, too, man.
Yep, and people were always all about Juvie.
Juvie's my man. Even though, I'm older now. I'm a fucking 4-year-old man, and I listen to that shit.
Slow motion for me.
And I'm like, why?
Mama, what you saying, huh?
Why is it so good? But it's so good.
You take single words and make it really cool.
Yeah.
What was that one? Back that ass up. And he's talking about break it off, make it walking like a dog, set it off, And I really hate when heads do this.
It was the hottest part of the song.
It was the hottest part of the song. It's funny to me because we always talk about man, this cat can't write. He just keeps using the same word at the end of every record.
I'll let it.
It slides when certain people Juvie did it really cool.
No, he does. And not to mention,
once again, an animated character.
Not to mention though, I have heard Juvie now more recently.
Yeah, he's still
doing his thing, and it's not no more anymore. Now it's some more complex lyrics, and I give him mad props on that shit.
That song he did with Drag On, where he's like, "Ain't no change yet."
Yeah. Man, Drag On.
Hell yeah, we bust that good.
It's man.
Fucking great, right?
I love that song, man. It's crazy because when it came out, I was singing whatever. Right?
Dude, I love that song. With the horns and shit.
Now, I'm
that's a fucking driving down with the windows down shit.
I don't care.
In the late night, yo, I'll fuck with it. The music video, real quick. It was directed by Hype Williams.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Directed by Hype Williams. It's a video that is interwoven scenes from Space Jam and then black and white video. Where all the MCs are rocking their Monstars jerseys.
I really dug that
aesthetic.
Yeah.
That black and white shit was dope, man. It fit for this.
And the basketball court, all whited out. It was tight. It was.
You got all the cheerleaders and the crowd filling the court and shit. Method Man's got the goggles on. They all got the jerseys and the shorts and shit.
They made basketball fashion so cool.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of heads were rocking real jerseys, just for streetwear, just for streetwear. Going to man, we would see cats go to school.
That too. Yeah, it was nothing but
You know what I mean?
Even I had in Chicago Bulls jerseys.
Just wearing the stuff you're supposed to be working out to. For your everyday wear, this was definitely cool.
I also had baseball had some cool fashion too in the nights. I had the New York Yankees pinstripe like button like shirt. It was cool.
Oh yeah, dude. Cool. Yeah. You would always do it, and you have like one button up here.
Yeah. Man, that was like, that's how it rolled, man.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely like it's a fun video. It's a fun record, but like it also is still like a very hardcore,
energetic. Like anytime I'm from now on. I'm gonna do the MacGyver shit on this. I'm gonna have to fucking get that song, then somehow put it on iTunes so I can transfer it onto my phone and put it in my gym playlist. Cause man, that song is what's missing in my gym playlist.
Yeah, man, I have a gym playlist, and that's definitely like it would be up at the top of that shit. Yeah. So I mean, look, I can't believe this because sometimes I feel like when we talk, like we gotta pad the room a little bit. But we're at that 20-minute mark, and I think we need to get into the damn games, bro.
We are at 40 minutes.
We're at 40-minute mark.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We got 20 minutes left.
You're right. Yeah.
And tell you what, man, I've got a bunch of them because we're going to be talking about a lot of records in this particular version of the games. So I think we should just get into it, man. So obviously when we talk about the games, man, one of the first things I always do is singles only.
Yes.
Now, singles only with the soundtrack is a little different because we're not like picking out the singles of all these artists. That shit would just like go on forever. But so aside from the hit single Hit 'Em High, what other chart-topping single is your favorite from the Space Jam soundtrack? Now, this is bleeding out of our wheelhouse because this is mostly R&B shit. We got I Can Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly, Space Jam. Oh man, Space Jam by the Quad City DJs. They want to jam. Let me see you jam. Yeah. Quad City. Shout out to Quad City DJs coming around the train.
I love that. I know it wasn't them, but we did.
Yo, I forgot the name of that dude. He's one cat that did that, but that was also the era when like 69 boys were real hot.
69.
Yo.
And it's going kind of off, sort of, but it's like I like the more house. It's like like it's time for the percolator.
Yeah, it's time for the percolator. Oh, that shit was like fucking fire.
Yeah.
Dog. Okay, so we got the Space Jam by Quad City DJs. We got Fly Like an Eagle by Seal. For You I Will, Monica. I will swim the ocean for you. Remember that joint? And then we got I Turn to You by All for One.
All for One. Man.
Remember All for One? I know, man.
As we stroll down. God damn.
Yeah. Yo, I mean, this is.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Look, this is a hard thing because of the fact that 90s R&B was as par with like 90s hip hop. Like,
I mean, it was a part of our
Not
life.
get one hard gangster from the 90s not knowing who Monica was or Brandy was or Boyz II Men were or like. Come on, everybody was rock. Mariah Carey, my
big time.
Me and Mariah
go back like babies and pacifiers. Oh, good dog, no liar. Dude, I can't believe it, man. He pulled that out of the hat. I forgot all about that shit. Yo, welcome back to the show, baby. That was hot, man. That was a nice little poem, man. I like it. So which one, though, man? I Believe I Can Fly, Space Jam, Fly Like an Eagle.
I gotta say, the Seal.
It's Seal, right?
I love his
voice. And a lot of people are gonna be like, "What? But I Believe I Can Fly." But
and even like in the Batman.
See, and that's another tie-in. Like all of these cats didn't just do like this one thing. Like Seal did "Kiss from a Rose."
Great song.
Method Man was the Riddler.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about
you know what I'm saying? Like those. I mean, again, and Shaquille O'Neal would Be Real, and Peter Gunn and Ice Cube was the Man of Steel,
and then Coolio would Be Real. Like no, everybody has time.
Like I think a lot of these cats did like these movie and particularly like these animated style movies. Like it's pretty interesting when you think about it. These comic book style movies. Yeah, it's dope, man. I'm gonna have to go with Fly Like an Eagle. Yeah. I know. Like a lot of people will be like, "Well, the original, man."
Well, the original
is super fire. But Seal did it justice.
And we're talking about this particular, soundtrack.
Yeah. Now, the deep cuts is a little harder, I think, because this was an album that I didn't listen to. This was an album that I saw in the music video. So all the songs we just mentioned are the ones I heard. But if we're doing deep cuts, all right, besides those chart toppers, you got The Winner by Coolio, I Found My Smile Again by D'Angelo, Woo! Upside Down, Round and Round by Salt and Pepper, which I'm gonna argue every time I hear that record, I really only hear like I rock the body, rocks the body. I think it's like you know Puff Daddy being like turning me, like and then Giving You All That I Got by Robin S. The Basketball Jones. That's the part where Charles Barkley is hooping with the chicks.
Right.
Because he can't hoop no more, and so like he goes like street balling with the girls, and he's like, "You ain't no Charles Barkley."
I love that. I love it. Look, back in the '90s, I was a really big fan of basketball. I'm not a big sports fan, but in the '90s, basketball was my shit. So Charles Barkley was up there with one of my guys. Same with like Jordan, obviously, Pose, Pippen, all those. Yeah. But Charles Barkley, man, like sometimes I just out of nowhere I'd be watching his show sometimes where he's like the commentator for the sports. And the way he speaks, I tell you,
I mean, a lot of comedians mimic Charles Barkley for a good reason. It's a very iconic sounding voice.
It's like some kind of cartoon to me.
It's in my mama. We call my mama. But like Basketball Jones got it's Barry White with Chris Rock, and get this, man, it was written by Cheech and Chong.
Really? I didn't know it was written by
Did you fucking know that?
That's crazy.
That whole song that's playing while they're all like moping around, losing their powers and shit. It's a Cheech and Chong written Barry White, Chris Rock.
That's crazy.
Record.
That's crazy. That's the crazy. And this is going back to what I said earlier about like the rappers in the song. It's like so random.
That's about how much more obscure could you get? Like that's a deep cut if there ever was one, dude. That's the Way I Like It, kind of a remix by the Spin Doctors and Biz Markie. Yeah. And then, of course, Buggin', which was only on the soundtrack, but Buggin' by Bugs Bunny. He comes out and does a little something at the end. And,
I mean, oh, man.
You know, and maybe it's just because it is hip-hop and I'm stuck to it. I feel like it has to be the Winner by Coolio. One, that record is just all about, like, positivity.
I'm gonna go with that. I mean, because me, it was gonna be, and
I mean, honestly, I mean, I know it sounds funny, but that record with with Barry White, dude, that shit is fun. It's a funny record. Yeah. Barry White just like really gives it to you. And Chris Rock is mad funny, and the fact that I found out that Cheech and Chong wrote it.
That's what just
it's just like I gotta hold that down. But no, it's gotta be the Winner. It's just I don't know, and definitely I found my smile again by D'Angelo. Is like
that's the second one. That's why I was in between.
D'Angelo used to fucking sing his ass off.
D'Angelo, man.
I mean, couple of nights in bedrooms.
Man,
help me out.
Man, I just made like a '90s R&B playlist.
Oh God!
You best believe I got D'Angelo open. I got Babyface.
Ooh, Babyface. Keith Sweat. No.
Man, goddamn!
There's so many fucking heads. I mean, if you
look, I know.
I did not a Motown. I did a New Jack Swing playlist.
Okay,
and it's a massive playlist. Look, and it has a lot of those cats.
Look, I know the controversy is whatever, and I'm
R. Kelly,
but R. Kelly was.
He was the shit back then.
Shit, man. Like,
those are, and honestly, and look, I gotta let the music be the music, and this is so controversial. I understand it, man. Look, I won't buy another R. Kelly. I won't. But the records that I've already purchased, that I already have, those are records from our high school. Like, I mean, straight up and down, like. Ain't nothing wrong with Little Bump Grind.
You remind me of my Jeep, like all that shit, man. Like, no, not
the records that he did with Biggie, like on like Life After Death.
Wait, Ronald Isley.
Come on, man. She's contagious.
Touch me, baby. Fuck, man. All that R&B. That's why I say, man.
I love that era.
Everybody says my era was the best era, and it's cliche.
Dude, our era was the best.
But I feel like literally,
we had fantastic.
Honestly, I feel like literally our era was the ending of all the prior good eras. Like the 70s had great music, 80s had great music, 60s, 50s, 40s, all had great music. But I think it ends.
90s really came through with it one last time.
Like if you listen to soul from the 70s and listen to R&B from the 90s, they're tangible. Yeah, they're like in tandem with each other. But then you listen to like R&B today, you're just like, wait, is this rap? Is this R&B?
Well, the crossover thing has gotten so heavy that, I mean, I just listened to a country song the other day.
Yeah. He's like,
and it straight up sounded like rap music.
Yeah,
I
mean, it's not bad.
When the ball dropped, man, they had some cats out there that were like the #1 country singer, and dude came out like using rap lingo, like hip hop culture in the song.
Yeah,
and he's like covered in tats and all this, and he looks like he could have been a rapper. You know, it's very interesting.
It's not bad, but it's not good. It's just
the evolution. It is what it is, and we're gonna find great music inside of all that. The same way we always have.
Yeah.
There were heads that hated our era too, and I know people that were from that era that hate a lot of our shit. You know, not just the hip hop stuff, but the R&B stuff, all the pop music.
Yeah.
I mean,
but even the 80s. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to hate on 80s pop. It's hard to hate on 70s.
It's so
pop.
good. There's so much darkness and happiness at once,
and like love and sexiness, like
all at the same time.
Yeah, man.
It's
I need a hero.
Yo, what about like love is a battlefield? What? Is that Pat Benatar? Shout out.
Yeah, it is Pat. Man, just so many.
Yo, we might have to do a Remember the 80s pop.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
We might have to break out of the hip-hop record.
Sorry, we went off.
Massive tangents. Let's get into the verses real quick, because we now, look at that, 10 minutes, man. I knew this was going to happen because there's just so many people.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to quickly rank the verses. This is the hardest part, I think.
That is the hardest part.
We got Be Real, Coolio, Method Man, LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes.
Well, for me, it's hardest, but it's the easiest because
you already said it. You said Coolio, right?
Coolio, inch by inch and step by. I love how he's telling you like a story. You know,
now your whole crew is dust.
And now your whole crew's dust. Man, that
I love how he does it in a beat drop.
Yup.
Dust. Coming through my every day, I'm gonna have to
bury you.
And he does it so like effortless.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's just talking.
So like,
tell me who you want to
so
hang
smooth,
on. Like,
man.
yeah, it's smooth as shit.
Smooth, man.
Coolio, give it. I'm giving it LL Cool J.
Okay.
Dude, when he come in, dude, like the whole record stopped.
Yeah, but this is where I'm just like, I'm like, nah, because like LL Cool J is the same guy in every song.
Oh, yeah, I mean, okay, Coolio came through with something?
Something that is, and this goes for everybody. Method Man, Be Real, all came how they're supposed to come. No, but at the same time, like Coolio came, like just.
It was dope.
Different.
It was
different, and it was like something you haven't heard from Coolio ever again. Like that was it for that song. That was perfect for that song. Straight up perfection in my eyes.
All right, so Coolio has the flawless verse. I think LL did it. A lot of people are going to argue, man. Be Real opens it so nicely. Method Man's verse is straight up Wu-Tang.
I love all of them.
Busta came through, animated this shit.
Coolio came
it's hard, man.
Like with that like.
You're going Coolio. I'm not mad.
And it's like
any answer is the correct answer.
This is the thing though. In comparison to Coolio and LL Cool J, Coolio comes like a god. Because he's like inch by inch and step by. LL's like blah blah blah. Like I am God.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like he's more quiet and reserved. Like gangsters ain't got to flex nothing.
Yeah, I'm God.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair enough. All right. So now let's look at some of these other posse cuts. I wanted to use posse cuts that featured some of the artists from this record, right? So I'm breaking up a lot of these posse cuts into different categories. This first one is records that have these cats together again at some point. So, of course, there's Flavor in Your Ear that has both LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes. We got 4321, which brings Method Man and LL Cool J together. Mount Cushmore, that's Be Real. That's it, Be Real by himself. And Ice Cube, Redman. Oh, that's what it is. It's Be Real, Redman, Method Man with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, I'm thinking of...
You're thinking about West.
Yeah, I'm thinking about West.
Mount Cushmore.
Yeah, you're right.
With Snoop, Meth,
Right.
Red and B. So Be Real and Method Man together.
Bow down.
Yeah. Bow down. They none of them fools is on that record. That's a great record. We're gonna definitely put that. That's going on the show. We're talking about that record. But all right. So Flavor in Your Ear, 4321, Mount Cushmore. I think Mount Cushmore's at the bottom of that for me. It's a more recent record. It's cool. I love the concept of it, but I mean, really,
okay,
it's
so from them to that, I'd have to say.
You're gonna go Flavor in Your Ear.
No, 4-3-2-1.
You think 4-3-2-1? Damn, son. I'm going 4-3-2-1. See, and that's gonna upset a lot of people. A lot of people are gonna be like, "What the fuck you talking about?"
I'm sorry, man. It's just
Flavor in Your Ear is super delicious.
Yeah, but I mean,
Flotitious, delicious.
4321's got like rap legends.
I mean, and they all came with it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even Redman got like. I mean, if for someone that you're not as hot to, I'll keep coming to your poor sperm out your boots, like fucking disgusting.
No, I give it.
Method Man dressed up like a mummy in the video and shit.
No, when you got Method Man, you got like LO and like. Yeah, man. It's
DMX and Cannabis for the first time. DMX for the first time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that's
Master P on the remix.
All right, man. That's where it's.
I know. But even he was tight. He was like,
at that time.
He was like, give it up to my homie LL. Like, I don't know. That shit was okay. But we're going 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
So enough of that top dog.
We're gonna bring it back to the 90s. Top dog. Holy shit. All right. So now we got the big anthem cuts. This is where there's just like a multitude, like you were saying, it's an eclectic round of people for this record.
Yeah.
So now we're bringing everybody together for records like The Points from the Black Panther soundtrack. That's got, I'm not going down the whole lineup. We're going to have to put it up here on the page, but we got The Points. It's got like Biggie, it's got Redman, it's got Bone Thugs and Harmony. Coolio's on that record too. Then you got the Wake Up Show anthem, Sway and Tech, DJ Revolution, which like starts with RZA, ends with KRS-One. You got Cool G Rap, the Chino XL, Eminem, Tech Nine. All these heads are on that record.
Look, that's a great record, but
okay. Here, let's flip it on the other side for your spectrum, you asshole. We got Black is Black, which also has like, what is that? MC Search. Hey, all right, there you go. But like, come on, Mau Mau's.
No, okay.
You got Mos Def, Cannabis, fucking Killer.
I go Black is Black.
That is a hard record.
Real quick, Black is Black is off a movie called Bamboozled.
It's a movie. It's a must watch.
It's a little known, not too much known movie by Spike
Lee joint.
With Michael Rappaport and what's her name? Will Smith's wife. Jada and one of the Wayne's.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's a great movie. MC Search, Mos Def.
Talib Kweli.
No, and it wasn't Talib. It was what's her name? The girl who was
Rod Digger.
Not Rod Digger, but it was Charlie Baltimore.
Yo, that's right. Charlie Baltimore in the movie.
Yeah. And
forgot all about that.
And Poet from Oz.
See, this is a big hip hop movie too. Like that's one. If we ever do like other elements of this show, like we definitely should like cover that one. Yes, sir. That's one I'd love to sit down and talk about. That's a heavy one too.
And just real quick, Mau Mau's is a revolutionary group from Kenya in the 1950s. Check them out.
Shit. Five Boroughs, I forgot to mention they were on that.
Five Boroughs.
Five Boroughs was super hot.
Is another great track,
that's just representations from all five boroughs, man. KRS-One, Buckshot, Prodigy. It's got all kinds of heads on that joint. That's a real fire record, but we're sticking with Black is Black.
Black is Black.
I might have to go with that Wake Up Show anthem myself, dude. I don't know, man. That's a record I play
but
today.
The thing is like Chino XL, anything with Chino XL to me is
she's fucking bodied it too.
But I don't like that song.
Man,
you already know why.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know. It's two reasons.
Okay. I know one.
You know one. You know the other one too.
What's the other one?
Too much.
Too much? Just too many MCs?
No, too much. That guy is too much. Angelic.
Oh, Tech?
Yeah, I can't.
What?
It's too much, man.
He's rapping with his face under the water?
Too much.
But I woke up, I never choked up. Dude, when I was summoned.
I said it's too much.
Dude, that shit is hot.
I like Tech. Don't get me wrong.
You like elements of Tech in pockets.
I had the Angelic album.
That's a great
album. But I can't listen to the whole thing. It's just me.
It's a lot of people though. I mean, Tech gets he gets a lot of shade. I mean, he's an intense personality. He's very clubby, but he's an insane
lyricist.
Crazy hook writer.
Insane. And so many voices and so many
just delivery talented. Switches. Like he's
very talented.
He plays with words on any level.
Yeah.
Like Chino XL, the Eminem, the Cannabis, any of those cats that you're like, oh, this is the best. Like. Wordsmith, right? Like he gets on that level. A lot of heads sleep.
Well, to be Chino's the best.
Fair enough. Yeah. Chino is the god, man. He's the god MC. We chopped it up with him. I mean, I'll never forget it. Chino's the fucking man.
I love that shit. You made me. I'm gonna put up a good picture of it when we went to the thing.
Right here, right there. You see that? That's that fire right there. Shout out to fucking Chino XL. We love him. All right, so now we're gonna get in, and I had to separate these because these have more of that social conscious awareness thing. And it's like, if you put this up on another record, you have to pick this one because it's the most important. It's just different. So we're talking about self-destruction.
Headed towards self-destruction.
All in the same gang. The West Coast version of that, basically. And then a more modern version, well, for back in the day anyway, it was One for Love. And that was like Mos Def, Talib Kweli, and all of these people. You got De La Soul on
It's so hard to choose this one.
Because these are important records.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to go with, just because I am from the East Coast, and I grew up during that time listening to that, and then I heard the other stuff later. Self-Destruction, man.
It's a insanely vicious record.
Yeah,
it's just so many fucking legends on that.
And with so many fucking legends in the West Coast one too. But like I said,
I know.
I go with.
I mean, and One for Love is more of the underground thing, which is probably why I'm more gravitated towards it. Because, like, I mean, Pharoah Monch comes in and kills it.
Pharoah Monch is a
Cool G Rap opens it and fucking bodies it.
Yeah, man.
You know, you got De La Soul.
What
was the name of that group? I mean, it's kind of random because this is how you know, like, this is like a specific time and place. But it was those cats who did We Don't Want No Pigeons. Do you remember that record?
Oh.
Sporty Thieves. Remember them?
Sporty Thieves.
Yeah, they're on that record.
That was a great one.
I think Rod Digger's on that record.
Rod Digger's, man, one of the best female MCs, man.
And her verse is one with the longest behaves. She
so hard.
Fucking goes hard in the paint with it.
Hard.
I love Rod Digger, dude. She's a legend.
No, I mean your choice is good, but like I said, my choice is just
I feel
original.
It.
It's the OG. You know?
I feel it. For other like just posse cuts were like, again, legends, sort of like Hit 'Em High. We've got the Symphony.
Ooh.
We've got the Scenario.
Ooh.
Modern records like I Shot You remix. More modern like John Blaze.
Yes.
Which is like fucking Nas, Raekwon, and Big Pun on the same record.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of heads on that.
See?
These are all of these, man. I Shot You. You got Fat Joe introducing Foxy Brown. LL even being like, female rappers can get it too. Right on the record, just be like, I don't give a fuck, bro, that you in this room with me.
LL Cool J's, you know.
He does shit like that. He did that on 432 with Canada.
He's got a little attitude, but it's well deserved.
Dude, he's the fucking, he's the GOAT.
He is one of the.
He created the coined the phrase. Like, yo, shout out to LL, dog. But yeah, and the Scenario, man.
Just take off my shirt every time I can.
Lick my lips real quick.
I know.
Okay. Just got a good time. Take off my shirt and lick my lips real quick.
Okay.
Know what I mean? The Scenario is a breakout bust. Symphony, it's like to this day people argue
this is
the best.
This is really hard for me. I'm gonna have to. The in between is between the Symphony and the Scenario. That's where, I mean, the other two.
They're the most iconic.
Yeah, the other two are great, but these two are like, and now this is gonna win by literally a hair. Okay, and I have to say that just due to the fact that he brought it so energetic and so on point, I give it to Busta and the Scenario.
Man,
now
that beat is
Big
stupid.
Daddy Kane.
That's what I'm saying. Master Ace.
But it's just that.
That's gonna piss off a lot of people.
No. See, I know.
I'm gonna piss off a lot of people.
I rescind it.
I'm gonna piss off a lot of people because I'm going with I fucking Shot You, dude. That record is so fucking vicious.
Get out.
These other ones are more iconic and more influential and more important. And more important by every stretch. Out of all four of these records, I listened to I Shot You the most.
Okay, that makes sense. And
it's also my first time hearing something like that. Because Mr. Smith was one of the very first albums I bought.
I listened to the Scenario the most. So I think that's where this wins.
And the Scenario is right there on par with it because once I discovered it, I was like, this is fucking nuts. I know. And once you start digging into like that 80s rap and you start really studying these cats, the appreciation for what was happening on the Symphony is astronomical.
And then when you start, when you like most mad props to the Gold Rush.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
because they broke it down with their podcast, and they have the episodes.
Oh yeah, they did talk about it.
They like the beginning on how the thing started with that song, the symphony, and it was like I would just go to the studio and just chill and watch them rap. I never thought I'd be on. I think it was Master Ace.
Master Ace.
Yeah. So it was like mad props to that shit because you really learn a lot from that show. But I gotta go with Scenario, man.
That's fair enough, man. I love Scenario.
Just because of
the importance of these records. The symphony is the one.
The symphony.
You know?
The one I listen to the most, Scenario. It's right after that is the symphony.
These are all dope records. And I feel like we're kind of like just like putting John Blaze to the side, man. But that's just, when you think about it, like, you got Big Pun killed that one. Man. Not to mention, like, some of the bars that he says in that, like, end up becoming other records.
Yeah.
Que pasa? You ain't even in the class.
Nah.
You don't want me saying it.
The best, no, you can say it. I'm just saying, the best for me is I'm the Marito because I'm the motherfuckers like Steven Seagal. I know it's not from that song, but that's my best line though. From fucking Beatnuts.
Oh God, man.
And Big Pun.
I don't know, man. That record is also tough, man, because Cuban Links really fucking came with it, dude. Big Pun is the guy.
Yeah.
But my man, just the way he spit that shit, and at the very ending, he's just like, I'm just one hell of a guy. Fly, pelican, fly, like out of Scarface. Fuck, man.
You got an AK swimming, it's like an AK swimming like
Beirut.
Yeah, like Beirut.
My favorite Beatnut verse or bar from that was like, he's like, you like thieves, roll upon you like sleeves.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's such a simple bar, but it's like when you hear it, I roll upon you like sleeves. It's like, oh shit.
With my gangster wit.
All it takes is my face, my pretty face, and my gangster wit. God dang, Pun was a nasty motherfucker.
Smoke the beans, grass, my bitches got
the bean in his ass. Yo. Okay. Now we're gonna try to get into the posse cuts where these are like in-house, right? So right. Buddy, Buddy from Native Tongues. That's all of the Native Tongues cats, man. Queen Latifah, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. Everybody's on that record. Fucking Money Love's on that record. The Rough Riders Anthem remix has everybody. It's got Dragon, it's got Eve, it's got Locks, it's got DMX, it got everybody on it. 24 Hours to Live, Bad Boy. Yeah, back when the Locks was on them. Yeah, I know already. You listen to it this more. I already know where this goes. We got Mace. We got Black Rob. Okay. You gotta stop. You can stop. Stranded on Death Row.
Okay,
that's Dog Pound, Snoop, Lady of Rage, RBX.
That's hardcore. Okay, so
Triumph out of Wu-Tang. All of them. Triumph wins, man. I don't give a fuck.
Just from a bomb atomically, Socrates.
Just that opening shit.
Man, just that. Because
every verse, though.
Every verse. But if it wasn't that, then I go to Buddy.
That's fair enough. If I was going to go from here, because Triumph, dude, I'm sorry, man. That record is just so fucking amazing. But Stranded on Death Row was a huge
Stranded on Death Row, Buddy.
I was a big Death Row head.
No, I mean, it's a great song, and yes, you were.
Native Tongues was after for me.
Yeah.
Like even now, like I have to. There's more studying to be done with Native Tongues.
Yeah, no, there definitely is.
You know, I've listened to all of that shit, but I need to listen to it more than one or two times. You know?
I mean, one of my favorites.
But Death Row, like I can recite that whole fucking catalog.
No, in Death Row, I mean, definitely had its bangers, and all those heads were fucking on point.
They were nasty shit.
Yeah.
And that particular record, even Snoop, like, who is not necessarily the most lyrical cat, like, he fucking flips it on
because even like I was gonna say with Buddy, it's like I like each and every.
It's just fun.
No, but I like each and every one of them individually. Now, I there's some of the other ones that I may or may not like as MCs that are on it, like Bad Boy, but like but then when it comes to Death Row, they're the exact same thing. Each and every one of those artists I like,
just as individuals.
So that's together. Really hard. Like it's gonna be the same.
I'm with you on Buddy, dude. Buddy is
not Symphony Buddy.
Buddy's a fucking amazing record. It's a fun record.
Yeah.
And it's just it's every time you hear the next person, you smile.
Yeah.
You don't smile when you listen to Straight Around Death Row. You grit your teeth and you get lemon in your eye.
Right.
And you just twitch a little bit.
Right.
Damn.
No.
And the other ones are more like head nodding shit, like party shit, like Rough Riders. I mean, no Triumph, man. It's like Triumph. I'm like studying.
Triumph is like philosophical.
I'm like, I'm playing chess while I listen to it. You know?
No, the other ones are party heads, but Triumph. That's why I put it at Triumph as my number one.
Okay,
because lyrically, I mean, and the power and the energy and like the look, the aesthetic, the video, everything is just.
Oh my god, the video!
Yeah, everything is great. At the time, that computer graphic shit.
That was so fired
that
up.
was the bomb, man.
I mean, just like even RZA coming through with like the fucking B wings, like fucking ill, dude.
Yep.
Yo, I guarantee there's gonna be a Woo year where we're gonna have a little chit chat and we can go into deeper details, man. But for right now, it is now 10 past.
Yeah, it is what it is, guys.
So like that's the show, guys. Hit 'em High has such a awesome roster,
man,
tied to a very important era for us. Like I think this is a show where we could have done a part 1 and part 2.
Most definitely.
You know,
each and every one, because then you would go out individually for each and every one of those.
We didn't even. I mean, we dug as deep as we could with the time we had. Yeah. But this is a wrap up, man. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna say thank you very much for listening to our show yet again. 16th episode. It means a lot to us. Please be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment. Give this to other hip hop heads in your life, man. Enjoy March Madness. Listen to a little Hit 'em High. Watch a little Space Jam in between the games.
Watch the video.
Watch the video between the games. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Follow me, Johnny Warbucks. You know, Kalishnikov Red. You'll find us on all of our social media sites. The Rapper's Corner's on everything from fucking Facebook, Instagram, X to TikTok.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But man, we have a really dope thing happening here, and the movement is going along.
Yeah,
quite lovely.
We're catching momentum, guys, and you guys
keep it going.
You guys are really
keep supporting,
helping us out. But more than that, we're helping each other out. We give you what you guys give us. I mean, that's love. When we talk about what we talk about, the Rappers Podcast and like the music and stuff like that, that comes from here, honestly.
Oh man,
so like,
there's a couple of notes to guide us along the way, but the rest of this is just
man. So like,
just the love of this shit.
You guys give us your heart, we give you guys our heart, man. And for reals, just keep listening, man. Keep situated and maintain with our wave frequencies, because for reals, we do this for you guys. We do this for the community. We do this for the whole culture, man, for reals.
And that's fucking no cap facts right there, Jack.
Yes, sir. So peace out, guys. We
catch you on the next one, man. What's next one? Is April?
Yeah, some maybe, I don't know. Isn't it like backwards month or something like that?
April Fool's Day, maybe. Sometimes maybe just maybe catch a ride on a bus or something.
Or maybe get late or something.
Dude, I don't know, man.
It's April Fool's. Who knows?
It could blow up like a bomb.
Yeah, man, but a bunch of kids, we don't want no kids running around.
Don't
get out of our yard.
Don't want to cross me.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Hey, what? Johnny Warbucks.
Peace, man.
Peace out. Remember the record. What happened?